Today, I'm going to show you the exact process I use to transform any long-form video into multiple attention-grabbing short clips, complete with polished captions, and then schedule them all out automatically. If your goal is growing an audience without spending your entire day trapped in an editing timeline, then stick around because this is the streamlined workflow that has genuinely changed my content game. We are skipping all the fluff and getting straight into the action, so prepare for some serious screen time as I walk you through every single step. Live. Alright, I'm jumping straight into the interface now. This is the platform we are using called Vizard, and the main draw for me is how efficiently it automates the tedious parts of content creation. It handles the critical work of finding those specific moments that are statistically most likely to resonate and grab a viewer's attention immediately. Furthermore, it completely takes care of formatting those clips perfectly for every single social platform you use, saving you hours of repetitive resizing. And the best part is that it puts everything onto a publishing schedule, freeing up your mental energy to concentrate purely on creating your next great piece of content. The very first practical step in this entire workflow is simply uploading your source material, whether that's a lengthy podcast recording, a recorded presentation, or a full YouTube video. This system is designed to handle practically every common video file type you might throw at it, and the initial upload process is impressively quick, minimizing downtime. Once your master file is processed and securely inside the system, you are immediately presented with a couple of clear, actionable choices for the next step. You have the option to completely hand over control to the artificial intelligence, which will then automatically generate clips ready for viral potential. Alternatively, if you prefer to remain hands-on, you can manually scrub through the timeline and precisely mark the exact highlights you want to extract yourself. For the vast majorities of my repurposed content, I rely heavily on the auto-editing viral clips feature because of the time savings it offers. This powerful function scans the entirety of your long video, seeking out those high-engagement segments that truly capture audience interest. It specifically targets moments characterized by sharp punchlines, strong emotional peaks, or any surprising factual revelations contained within the speech. The tool then instantly generates a selection of multiple distinct clip candidates based on these identified areas for you to review. Crucially, the AI accomplishes all of this heavy lifting in just a couple of minutes, transforming what used to take hours of manual labor. While that automated analysis is running in the background, let me briefly touch on a task I used to perform manually for every single clip: adding high-quality captions. There are certainly many excellent tools available in the market designed solely for generating crisp subtitles, and they generally perform that single function quite well. For instance, some specialized apps are fantastic if your primary requirement is just quick subtitle application, combined with the insertion of some generic B-roll footage. However, the limitation I often encountered with those singular tools is that they frequently feel somewhat one-dimensional in their utility. They will nail the captioning and maybe even offer B-roll suggestions, but they rarely assist you in pinpointing those crucial, short, high-impact 20-second moments hidden inside an hour-long interview. Furthermore, those tools typically lack any native functionality for content scheduling, forcing you into extra steps later on. This results in you downloading a messy folder full of individual clips, and then having to manage the entire publishing process entirely on your own. Vizard effectively closes that frustrating gap by integrating the entire pipeline from discovery to distribution in one place. After the initial clip candidates have been successfully generated by the AI, you can select one and instantly render accurate captions using a tone-aware transcription engine. A really useful feature here is the ability to select language variants, such as distinct options for American, Australian, or British English, depending on your primary audience. This means if you prefer specific British spelling conventions or particular pronunciation adjustments in the subtitles, you have the freedom to easily select that preferred dialect. Generally speaking, the accuracy of the initial AI transcription is surprisingly high, which saves a significant amount of tedious proofreading time. However, I always recommend performing a quick skim through to catch any unusual autocorrections or instances where the AI might have misinterpreted a specific proper noun or name. Background noise or certain accents can occasionally confuse the system, leading to minor errors that are worth correcting before publishing. Moving on to the aesthetic side, Vizard offers a wide array of caption styling presets, many inspired by successful creators and platform best practices. You have instant toggle control over essential elements like the font family, text size, outline stroke weight, drop shadow effects, and overall color schemes. My personal preference leans toward keeping the styling very clean, bold, and easily readable because legibility is paramount on those small smartphone screens. While there are certainly options available that mimic the energetic look of some high-octane creators, I personally avoid excessive emoji use or overly flashy digital stickers. Using too many animated elements or gratuitous emojis can cheapen the overall production value unless it is an absolute core part of your established brand identity. Another subtle but important element I always review is the potential for caption overlap, with existing on-screen text or lower thirds from the original footage. Fortunately, Vizard includes an automated detection feature that intelligently pushes the captions upward or resizes them instantly when a conflict is identified. If the frame happens to be particularly busy with visual information, I might take 2 seconds to manually nudge the subtitle box slightly, and then I immediately move on. The key is that these manual adjustments are incredibly fast because you are not re-editing the video clip itself, just repositioning a text element. Now let's discuss the visual enhancement, B-roll integration, where Vizard can actually suggest relevant cutaway clips based on the context of the spoken scene. If your original long-form video already contains excellent contextually appropriate cutaways, you are free to keep those established visuals. If not, the system intelligently pulls in relevant stock footage or recommends simple, mood-matching motion graphic backgrounds for a clean look. Vizard's suggestions feel significantly more contextual than generic tools because it analyzes the actual spoken keywords and the detected emotional tone before proposing visuals. Even so, for creators who are very protective of their specific visual aesthetic, the option to swap out any suggested B-roll for your own library shots is always readily available. Beyond placement, basic color and brightness adjustments are also built right into this editing module for final polish. I personally tend to leave these settings untouched for footage. I captured myself because my camera's picture profile is already precisely dialed in. However, if the AI selects a piece of footage from your long-form source that has inconsistent lighting, you can normalize the brightness with a single slider adjustment. This capability prevents you from needing to jump into a dedicated, heavy-duty color grading suite for simple visual continuity fixes. Once your short clip looks absolutely perfect, captions styled, B-roll integrated, and visual polish applied, we move to the feature that truly revolutionizes creator efficiency. I'm talking about the seamless auto-schedule functionality, which completely eliminates the need to manually download and upload to every platform individually. You simply select your desired publishing platforms, specify the required file formats, and define your preferred posting cadence, like daily or 3 times per week. The system can automatically convert that single polished clip into the necessary vertical 9:16 format for Reels and TikTok, and the square 1:1 for standard Instagram feed posts. The AI then takes over and schedules these perfectly formatted pieces to go live, based on researched optimal engagement windows for your audience. This is where the content calendar becomes your central hub for organized batch creation, offering a clear visual overview of everything planned for release. Within the calendar, you can easily review every upcoming post, make instant edits to the captions, or input custom, platform-specific text for better engagement. If you need to perfectly time a short clip to drop immediately following a major podcast release, you can flexibly slot it right into that specific time. And even after scheduling, if you decide to tweak a caption or decide on a better thumbnail image, those changes are just a couple of clicks away. For anyone serious about batching their content creation sessions, this level of integrated organization and automated publishing saves an absolutely staggering amount of administrative time. Now let's address this honestly. No automated system can entirely replace your unique creative judgment as a creator. Sometimes the AI selects a moment that reads well analytically, but needs a tiny 1-second trim or a slightly different phrasing of the punchline to truly land perfectly. The critical difference here is that Vizard makes those necessary tiny refinements incredibly fast, turning a multi-hour manual session into maybe a 2-minute tweak. When compared against tools that force you to perform all the heavy lifting from square one, this system represents a massive leap forward in overall efficiency. Here is one final pro tip that builds long-term consistency into your brand presence across all platforms. Once you finalize your preferred caption style, your go-to fonts, and your standard posting cadence, Vizard applies those preferences to all future clips automatically. Maintaining that visual consistency is absolutely essential for building recognizable brand equity, ensuring your content doesn't look disjointed across your feed. So to summarize the entire streamlined flow, you upload, let the AI find the best candidates, refine your chosen clip with captions and visuals, apply quick polish, and then schedule it all through the calendar. From the moment you hit upload to the final scheduled post confirmation, you can genuinely complete the entire cycle for a single clip in under 10 minutes, especially when batching multiple videos. I want to be completely transparent. If you are already using tools like Submagic for quick subtitle generation, you should still try Vizard because it solves the discovery and scheduling gaps. The unique combination of intelligent clip discovery, multi-format expert handling, and native scheduling ensures your content consistently goes out without you needing to babysit the upload queues. That concludes the tour. Automatic clip creation, intelligent captioning, B-roll suggestion, and end-to-end scheduling, all achieved within just a few clicks. If you have hours of valuable long-form content sitting dormant and collecting digital dust on a hard drive, this is precisely how you transform it into a highly consistent, high-performing short-form presence. I will make sure to drop a link and a special promotional code in the description below so you can test this entire workflow with your own videos right away. Seriously, even if you are happy with your current captioning software, the integrated discovery and scheduling features alone make this tool worth exploring to prevent creator burnout. That's everything for this session. Go ahead and sign up, take a look around the platform, and start turning that backlog into active content feeds. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. But for now, go create something great and let Vizard manage the tedious repetitive grind.